I leaked iOS 26 and 1 million people saw it. Well, kind of.
Hi, I'm Daniel and I made these iOS 26 screenshots and then these, and then basically... people believed it. So I thought I'd share with you how we got here. Part 1. The idea. I've been an Apple fanboy as long as I can remember. As a kid, I used to make fake iPhone boxes on paint.net, future iPhones made out of clay, and I used to sketch out and draw ideas I had for iOS. Fast forward a few years, well, maybe more than a few, and I'm still just as tech and Apple man. Anyway, I'm a graphic designer now, and when I'm not doing my actual day job, I like designing things that I want to see out in the world just for a bit of fun. For example, about a month ago, I had an idea for how a modern iPod could look if Apple relaunched it today. So I made it, and then I made a fake ad campaign, and then I made another fake ad campaign, and then I made packaging, and then I made supporting products, and
He forgot, but also a whole operating system that is optimized for Apple Intelligence.
It goes on, you get the point. And then I never showed it. I think I showed maybe like 2 friends, but other than that, no one ever saw it, apart from me. And that's how we get here. Again, a few months ago, I got bored at the weekend and decided to redesign the Apple Mail app in a way that I'd actually like to use it. As even I can admit, the basic one is pretty bad. And that basically evolved into a project over that weekend where I redesigned the whole iOS interface in a way that I thought Apple was likely to go next after the introduction of Vision OS and the Vision Pro. Let's jump forward in time again here. This weekend, just gone, I was online reading a report about the supposed iOS 19, 26 leaks, how they were going to rename the systems, and also how they were going to redesign everything. And then I remembered this project. And looking at it now, I don't think I was actually that far off with what's being leaked at the moment. So I had a 3-day Saturday and I thought, why don't I update this to match the new leaks and see how it looks? Show my friends and family and see what they think and see if anyone believes it. Literally just as a little bit of a laugh. So I opened it back up and I started refining it, which actually wasn't anywhere near as hard as I thought it was going to be.
Okay, well that took way less time than I thought it was going to. I mean, I guess I have some washing I could do. It was only like 3 p.m. Okay.
But it was only this week that it hit me that WWDC is in literally about 4 days, and other people might get a kick out of this as well. So I figured, what if I just post it? Just to see if strangers online would react the same way.
Part 2. The leak.
Now remember, I really didn't plan to post these when I made them. Genuinely, I thought this would just be something I'd show a few friends, laugh about, and then forget about. But then I had a thought, what if I pretended someone else posted them? And I just pretended to be an outsider who happened to see it and reshared it. Then would it be believable? Now, I'm a planner, and if I'm gonna do something, I throw myself 100% into it. And full transparency, this isn't my first rodeo with something like this. I like Pokemon. Aww, isn't he cute? And eventually, as a teenager, I taught myself how to draw Ken Sugimori style, which I can still do. Illustrations, fake concept sheets, the whole thing. And I post them on 4chan using a VPN, wait, and watch. Pretty often, they'd get picked up by YouTubers who would debate whether they were legit or not. But I never used to acknowledge that I was the creator of them, or that they even existed, until, well, now, I guess. So, I wondered, could I pull that same trick again? I mean, sure, Apple leaks are a completely different beast than Pokemon leaks. You can't just drop something on 4chan and hope for the best. So I figured I need a new idea if I'm gonna make this work. And realistically, it might appear a tiny bit more legitimate if I use my personal Twitter that I never use for anything. So maybe if I posted something like, oh, I just saw this on Reddit, not seen it posted anywhere else, is it leaked? That might work. And God bless Reddit, it has a channel for everything. So I typed in leaks and found leaks and rumors. And I thought, perfect, just obscure and remote enough to work. I screenshotted some recent posts that didn't have much traction to make it look like I'd just seen it on Reddit. Then I went into Figma and started making some Reddit post templates. But I needed some convincing photos to back it up. Okay, so I've decided I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna like try and make this feel legit. And initially, I was gonna shoot it like on my desk on the mat there, because I felt like that still feels a little bit Apple, but I actually think my kitchen counter feels like a lot closer to how Apple stores look now, like the wood, look, wait. Like this wood feels very like modern Apple store vibes. So I think what I'm gonna do instead is, I think I'll use like an iPad or whatever device I've got charged to record myself like doing it. I'll put the screenshots on my phone. So I'm gonna shoot it here. This is the only one I could find charged, so we're doing it on here. The only thing I had to hold it onto a tripod is a cummerbund, and it's the best I can do. So it's like set up like this, and I'm gonna work through like each one. See what I mean? Okay. I'm gonna try and take it from a weird angle against my chest. So I want it to look like I've just like tried to sneak these photos on a phone of the phone running the new iOS. And I think the camera quality of this is really gonna help sell this. I think I took about 40 to 50 photos and I settled on these 4. I decided I was going to lead with stained mode because it felt very Apple, just from a naming convention standpoint. And of course, if Apple is going to release a fully frosted glass user interface, of course they're going to call the new tinting mode something like stained glass. I also had a feeling that one would make people the most angry and make people think of Windows Vista. And although you might all hate it, I will personally admit I think it's much better than the normal tinting mode that they actually gave us in the last iOS. Anyway, to cut a long story short, here's what I made. Pretty cool, right? I thought so. And then I sat on my sofa and I just tweeted them. Genuinely, I thought I was going to get maybe 10 to 20 reactions, maybe 30 at a push. I thought that'd be kind of cool. But oh my god, you guys exceeded my wildest expectations.
Part 3. The reaction.
Like, guys, what the f***? A couple hours after I posted that first tweet, I saw I had about 1 repost. So I thought, come on, we can do a little bit better than that. Using a spare Reddit account I had that I used to share some of my artwork occasionally, I thought, okay, what if I post this on our iPhone? I cannot stress enough how much I genuinely thought this would just get lost in a sea of content. But maybe it would get me those 20-30 reactions I was hoping for. Then I get to feel like, okay, this wasn't a complete waste, at least I got a few laughs out of it. And that's when things really started to take a weird turn. What I didn't realize though, is because of the way I posted them and the way I titled them, I accidentally created a cross-platform loop. I just checked my phone to see how it was going, and it's only been on Reddit maybe like 10 minutes, I guess. And it's already hit like 15,000 views, which is way more than like I ever thought was gonna happen. So I'm gonna get on with my evening, to be fair, and just leave it, but I'm just gonna record these just in case. Like, then everything just went crazy. Now at this point, I'm going to admit I was freaking out a bit. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a bit stressed right now. It's like 10 p.m. and I'm like trying to get ready for bed, and so I'll be alright for work tomorrow morning, and I just keep thinking, holy, my real name is attached to this. Like this isn't just a completely anonymous thing I did. My real name is attached to this. Like, could I get sued for this? Like, I don't know. I don't know the ramifications of this. Like, they could, right? Look, I know it's not real, and I haven't actually leaked anything that is real, but what if I'm like kind of close to what they're thinking, and like for God's sake, I made these designs. I made these designs like months ago, and like I'm fine, and I'm gonna be fine, but I think I'm just gonna have a glass of wine and a shower and like try and chill for a minute, but yeah. So I had a glass of wine and a shower, sat back down at my desk after and realized, okay, this could be a good thing. I've always wanted to be more public, sharing my work, and I've even mulled over making a YouTube channel before. But ultimately, I never posted them or I never did anything with them. Don't get me wrong, I'm a confident guy. But being confident in person and being confident online are 2 different things altogether. And I kept thinking, okay, if I don't do anything with this, I'm stupid. More stupid than I was than sharing this in the first place. And more stupid than not sharing any of my work ever at all. So, with a glass of wine in hand, I started writing this script, this video. Hello, this whole thing right here. I'm reading it right now. Okay, back to where I was. And I just want to say, thank God I recorded all of my reactions to this, because it's made this whole thing way easier. This is Future Daniel here. Oh my god, this editing is ridiculous. I am shattered. He's not entirely accurate. And I took today off work very last minute to pull this all together. Back to your reactions and less about mine. Now, I knew people were going to dislike it, but oh my god. Some of you guys had me questioning my whole career as a designer for a second. In fact, not only did some of you dislike it, some of you viscerally hated it. Daniel here again, and for those of you who did really hate it, especially this guy, I also made this macOS version as well. So have fun with that. Then bigger accounts started getting a hold of it. Reddit had started coming down at this point, and Twitter hadn't really taken off, but then it did. So I'm like literally just doing my skincare right now and like getting ready for bed. But I thought this was calming down. Reddit looked like it was calming down a little bit. And Twitter's got a hold of it now, and it is going crazy. People on my phone like keeps blowing up, and I keep getting notifications, and I don't know what to do about this now. This is so crazy. I'm not used to this. I'm not used to this. What the hell is going on? And my phone just went crazy. I couldn't even really use it without notifications overpowering it. And at one point, whilst I was writing this script, I could smell smoke. I was worried that maybe my phone was overheating because of it or something, but that felt stupid. Maybe it was my fan. Don't think it is this, but like, I can't think of anything else it would be. It's not. I don't know. It can't be. But turns out, my window was open and the person in the flat below me was just having a cigarette on their balcony. Okay, I need to check because we're at the house camera. Okay. So, now lots of you also noticed the deliberate mistakes I left in just to try and hint that it was a fake. Because remember, this was just a joke that wasn't meant to be taken seriously. But a fair amount of you didn't get those memos. But some of you noticed things that I didn't even think about when I was making them. My God, the clock. That is genius. I just saw someone comment that because the clock app icon doesn't match the time that changed, even though I made sure to change the minutes every couple minutes so it looked like someone was actually using the phone. They don't match, and people have like cottoned onto it now. So it's like that. Oh. Okay, all right. I have to admit, I didn't realize that I did put the wrong code on the tweet, like the build code, and I did realize that I put iOS 18 rather than 19 by accident. Like that was on purpose, just to throw people off. But I didn't realize that the code I used wasn't the one I settled on in the end, which is really annoying. But and people are clocking that. I like to sit down on my laptop now because someone keeps commenting that there are spelling errors in this. I know there aren't any spelling errors, and I'm like rereading it now because it doesn't make any sense. I know there aren't any spelling errors. I checked it like 5 times before like I even like exported the first file. There isn't a single spelling error in it. I know it, but they're convinced there's spelling errors. I'm like, there's not. It might be British, but it's not spelled wrong. Is it British? Did I accidentally write in British English? No, I knew it. I knew there weren't any spelling errors. I can spell. You can't spell. I can spell. Oh my God, they are right, because in the description of the new iOS update, on the fake update page, I wrote desktop mode is like one of the features that was meant to be coming to this new update. And I didn't think to give it like a brandable name, and people are like, Apple would never call it that. I'm like, yeah, of course they would never call it that. I'm like, and I know that's so annoying. I didn't even think in the moment to do it. Like I know I could have thought of something like way better than just desktop mode, but I just put it in as like a throwaway comment. God damn it. Okay. What could I have called it? Showcase. I could have called it showcase mode, or just showcase, like dynamic island. Just... Great, yeah. Next time. This would have been so much better. Great. So where does that leave us now? Tell you what, whilst Future Me is editing this now, I'm going to have him insert the final engagement numbers that this pulled when this video gets posted. Here they are, drum roll. Bam, here they are. 1 million impressions. But I can't see the full number. Twitter won't let me. I can only see 1 million. Also, I'm not calling it X, by the way. Wow, so many people saw it. What the hell? And the scary thing is the traction still hasn't kind of ended yet. And I secretly hope that when I post this video, you guys might show it some love here too. Oh yeah, and the holy, oh my God, Mark Gurman just reposted. What the hell? I'm just getting ready for the day, and Reddit took it down. I don't know if they thought it was real or not, or what happened, but yeah, Reddit took it down. We just got community noted. Okay, I'm editing the video right now, and to everyone who spotted that I was listening to Addison Rae while I was making the screenshots, good eye, and also stream fame is a gun. So what started as a little inside joke turned into, well, this whole thing and this video. He even got a repost from Mark Gurman, who simply just put no, which is insane in itself that he even saw this. And if there's one thing I've taken from all of this, besides the fact I should never name anything desktop mode, it's that maybe I should start sharing my work.
Also, I've realized how little it actually takes people to tell you to yourself. Like, it did not take long for those to be in my DMs. Yeah, I don't go away that easy.
I've always made things like this for fun, just to see if I can, but this time enough people cared. So whether you loved it, or hated it, or liked it, or just fell down a Reddit rabbit hole for 20 minutes, I'm genuinely grateful that you took the time out of your day to engage with this ridiculous little project. I've never really posted on YouTube before, or anywhere really, for that matter, but this feels like a pretty good place to start. I'm gonna start sharing more experiments, more projects, more stuff that I would normally just keep to myself. And since Apple's probably never bringing the iPod back, I guess I'll have to do that myself. So maybe that's a little project for next week. There's a little hint. I hope you guys had as much fun viewing this as I did making it. And by making it, I mean pulling this video together faster than I've ever worked on anything in my entire life. So yeah, stick around. I genuinely have no idea what's gonna happen next. But if it's anything like the last 24 hours, I think it's gonna be fun. So, subscribe!